Friday, the 14th of September 2018. People have just one more week to make any objections they may have to the potential development of a vinery, which, if passed, could fracture the island's Ruette Tranquilles network in half. The application for the Stratheden Vinery on the Rue Du Douit, Vale, would see 4 industrial units built, replacing what is currently some worksheds and greenhouses. Since the application first became known to the public, the residents of that part of the island's Ruette Tranquilles network have been protesting the plans, as they claim it fails to follow multiple parts of the island development plan. Increasing traffic, noise, dangers on the roads, destruction of the green space and unnecessary use change of the greenhouses are just some of the complaints put forward. But next Wednesday is the final day members of the public will have to put forward any more objections they may have to the planning department. Kate Hunning is one of the residents behind the campaign to prevent the application being passed. She said their overarching goal was to have the plans rejected, but failing that, they wanted an open planning meeting so they could present all of the evidence they have gathered as to why the application does not fit with the IDP. For more information about the campaign, visit its Facebook page, where all of its arguments against the developments have been laid out. Most recently, both Ms. Henning and her neighbor, Neil Michel, have received the backing of 2 different property lawyers in Guernsey. They say the fact these lawyers are backing them with their expertise demonstrates they are in the right. These lawyers have taken a look at this and can point to so many parts of the IDP that the application does not fit with. They wouldn't do that if they didn't think we were in the right. Their reputations are on the line, Ms. Henning said. This is wholesale development of the site, which the IDP said it would not tolerate. If you looked at this in the context of the early 2000s point system the states used, this would never have made it this far. Ms. Henning and Mr. Michel fear the additional traffic that would come with the gardening and mechanics businesses to operate out of the units would fracture the island's Ruette Tranquilles network in half. Mr. Michel said while they wanted the application to be rejected, if it was not, they wanted an opportunity to go to an open planning meeting. He feared planners were working with the site owner to ensure everything would make it possible to pass, and in doing so, we're not listening to their concerns. When the deadline closes for objections next Wednesday, the DPA will take all of the submissions they have received and look over them. The contents of those submissions will help the DPA decide whether an open meeting is necessary or not. Previously, the DPA have rejected other planning applications for work to be carried out in the Rue Du Douit. One such example was a rejection of plans to make changes to a wall on the border of a property. It was rejected on the grounds that it could affect the Ruette Tranquilles as an area. Now, the residents could see a 4-unit industrial site erected in the center of the lane. Pictured, the latest planning application so far, a petition, Save Our Ruette Tranquilles network, set up by Ms. Henning, her partner, and other residents has raised more than 500 signatories. Additionally, nearly 100 islanders have echoed the residents' call for an open planning meeting, so all of the facts can be put to the public. Recently, slight changes were made to the application that will see the real term size of the 4 units slightly bigger than before. The changes were made after the campaign against the plans began. In terms of use, the residents said the vinery had been made to look disused in order to fulfill requirements that it could not be an active growing site. Reportedly, it was being used for growing up to 50,000 strawberries as recently as last summer. But the application said it had been redundant for years. Pictured top, the Stratheden Vinery and the surrounding houses, in the Vale.